Hello, 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 everyone. After yet more technical difficulties, this will be probably either today or Monday will be my last time working with Restream because I am so sick and tired of working with and vetting through all kinds of technical issues. So, we came in a little later today because I might reach through my Mac and strangle Restream. So tired of dealing with technical issues with them. So I want to thank everyone first and foremost that answered the poll and then reached out to me offline as well, saying, "Hey, yeah, definitely don't use them anymore." And I wasn't going to, but hey, between StreamYard and Riverside FM, thank you so much for all the feedback, and I really really appreciate that because as some of the topics we're going to talk about today, I wasn't even going to bring up that, but as I'm like trying to go live, just so many freaking issues. So thank you everyone so much for all your assistance. And I super appreciate it. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. So as we get into this, I was like going through the notes on, what should we call it? What should we do? And I'm flying solo today. And I go, man, we should almost even just call this the Potpourri episode because I have so many different thoughts that I was going through on what to call, what to discuss today. And I was like, well, I could call it rapid fire, but there's so much to discuss that it really isn't rapid. And the only thing that's really rapid is how quickly I talk. So probably go more like potpourri on this one. So anyways, well, that's kind of like the whole thought process on this. There's quite a few topics, and it's just been one of those weeks where so much going on. And it's been, we have such amazing individuals in this industry, and we are such a great industry. And hopefully you're lucky enough to surround yourself with these amazing individuals. And if I took the time to list everyone in this industry that was just kick-ass and amazing, it would take this entire episodes. And hey, Dusty, how's it going, buddy? It would take too long. So you all know who you are. And Dusty, you're definitely one of them. You're doing a great job and everyone's proud of you, Dusty. So just, you all know who you are and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving this industry forward. And when you're moving the industry forward, the bigger picture of that, and that yes, there is a bigger picture than just in moving this industry forward, is you're moving the world forward, which is, I know that might seem kind of preachy, but you really are. You're doing such an incredible job. And I know that I'm so grateful because when you all are doing a great job, it makes me be a better person. It makes me want to say, hey, let me step up my game. So just thank you for everything you all are doing. And I'm just so grateful to just know so many amazing, incredible people. And there are so many more that I've yet to meet. Just so, not to get all ooey gooey on you all. It's been one of those weeks. It's just incredible people out there. So with that is, I don't know if anybody happened to see on 60 Minutes. I think it was last Sunday. There was a whole piece on deep fakes and synthetic media. And man, I had to watch it a couple of times because I think when most people think of deep fakes, they're thinking of, and I've got it in the notes, but because Restream is psycho, I'm actually going to throw it in the comments here as well. Go watch this. If you have not had a chance to, if my mouse will work here, which it might not, if you haven't had a chance to go check this out, definitely go check this out. Because I think most people think synthetic fakes or synthetic media are deep fakes because synthetic media usually doesn't trigger like, is that gibberish? Is that Brookish Brook? Deep fakes. They think, oh, it's the deep fake Tom or Tom Cruise deep fake, Tom Cruise. Or they think it's, some other celebrity they've seen on TikTok. And why TikTok kind of brought it to the forefront where people now see it. It is so much more than that. And I'm actually going to throw this up here too so people can see this here. If you're watching live stream, go check out this, the URL here. And like I said, it's in the notes here in the comments. Go check this site out. Not right now, preferably. But at some point, go check this out. So as I got into this a little bit, yes, if you haven't had a chance, I'm just kind of at a very high level go over kind of what this is. Like I said, you've probably been introduced to it from when Tom Cruise, a deep fake Tom Cruise came aboard. Everyone started kind of like, oh, okay, I know what that is. But they got into it, and more or less what would happen is that if I wanted to have a deep synthetic media done of me, I would go into a reputable company and say, I would read a couple of phrases and they'd get my mannerisms and my emotions and how I interact with different things. And once they have those key phrases and they've recorded me, they can use me and they can make my character do and say anything, like anything. So the sky is the limit on what they can do there, which is pretty crazy on that. So what's crazy with that portion of it is with great power, now they can do that can be used to do harm, obviously. So the good part of this is that Snoop Dogg's done a bunch of stuff. So I mean, the celebrities are now saying, well, I don't need to be in. If I wanted to do this and say, okay, I want to run a commercial or an ad in Australia or Japan, I don't need to actually fly there. I can now have it done here. I just say, hey, Mr. Mrs. Company, I want my ad to run there. I want this piece to do there. And they're talking about how, maybe we're doing movies this way where they no longer have to be present to do so. So this technology is so incredible. And as I start thinking, okay, because my brain's always going a million miles an hour as anyone that knows me, one, is there a place in automotive for this? That's number one. Number two is that because there are bad players in this and people will take advantage of this. I mean, think of the latest CSI, I'm sure, or any crime drama, is you've probably seen something about deepfakes and how it's done some type of horrible thing. There's a problem with that, right? So the government has gotten involved and said, hey, we're concerned, and this is massive red flags to somehow commit a crime or, commit a crime. I cut to, Horatio Kane or, someone on CSI saying, hey, we got a problem here. I mean, I've seen it so many times in Hollywood how this has been portrayed. So so we've got a couple of things going on here. Yes, so that technology can be used. It's obviously it's not cheap. Could this be done in automotive to say, hey, one, I don't want to, I can't be on site. I'm on my boat somewhere as an owner, and I can't have this commercial be done. Just have the synthetic media do the commercial, or I want to have deepfake Tom Cruise do my commercial, have him come and be on site somewhere with us, or at the actual celebrities deepfake do it. So there's so many ways I started thinking about this is how this can be done. And for all you know, this might not be me talking right now. This could be my deep fake. Who knows? So different ways to think about this, but I just think it's so intriguing, all the synthetic media and how it's being used. And it's pretty crazy. So, once again, curious if saw that and the technology that could be coming with this. This is just the start of it. So pretty cool with that. So yeah, pretty interesting. So like I said, potpourri of different things we have going on this episode here today. So the second part of this, which is no segue whatsoever on this, is overpromise, underdeliver, which should really be underpromise, overdeliver. And I know we talk about this in our industry so much, like it's like so overused. And I guess I want to kind of take maybe a different spin on it, maybe a little bit, is that are we doing this in our everyday lives? Not only with our clients and our customers, but are we doing this in our everyday lives? And there's so many ways to do this, right? There's the little things. Is it, hey, if I say I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to do it? Is it, hey, am I listening to you? Am I actually listening to you and do this? I remember meeting a friend of mine, and when he first met me, we had met, we'd talk over line. I don't know what that is I'm saying now, but we talked online and met through LinkedIn and had a lot of communications. The first time we actually met, he just goes, you're the same person, exactly the same person that you are online. I go, well, of course I would be. Like, why wouldn't I be? Like, if anything, I should be better in person than I am online. Like, I should exceed your expectations. And that's not an egotistical thing to say that. It's just, I know who I am, and I should be better in person because you're getting the real I'm real regardless, but I just more or less that you should always seek to be better every single day and exceed the person's expectation. So, and there's a reason why I'm kind of harping on this a little bit. And so, once again, are you constantly looking to over deliver, and even little things, whether like I said, in your personal life, in your work life, in everything. So when you get to the point where you've underwhelmed someone, that's a really steep battle and a steep hill you got to climb to regain that person's trust, because that happens a lot. Oh, in the car world, they'll say, hey, your car is going to be ready at 2 and now you don't get a phone call. Now it's ready at 4. Or I'm looking to buy my next, it's the second biggest purchase, as we all know. It's going to be, we're kind of, our appointment's now at 2:00 and the car's not even pulled up. Well, instead, we all know it's, hey, let's have the car ready to go. Big shout out to Steve Rosell. He did a great video. One of his clients that mean, he does a whole video about how excited he is. Hey, your keys are here. I mean, over delivering. I mean, it's just over deliver on the entire experience. So with that, your customer, whether it's a customer or a client, whether if you're in medical, the pay, whatever it may be, it's not about you. It's about them. So the customer doesn't care if you understand. They want to be understood. The customer it's all about the customer. So they seek to understand the customer so the customer can be understood. So with that, whether it's, they're looking at whether sales, service, fixed, whatever portion it is, make sure that you're understanding the customer so that then the customer can be understood, because the customer could really care less it doesn't matter how smart you are. It's about your ability to listen and hear the customer. So then you can relay back that, okay, making sure 100% the customer has been understood. So I recently had it's been like a really, really crazy week, and both good, and for the most part, really, really good, very, very crazy week. And I had a bill that was sent to me recently, and I opened it up, and it's for services rendered 2 years ago. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I called the facility. A very unhappy human answers the phone and just goes off on me. I was like, whoa, this isn't the place. I don't know why they give you this number. And I just go, that's fine. Do you have the number where I'm supposed to call? So she gives me a number and full out hangs up on me. I was like, okay, maybe she's just having a bad day. Give her the benefit of the doubt. I called the other number. Other number proceeds to tell me, you have the wrong number. I don't know why they gave this to you. Yada, yada, yada. I go, I'm just trying to figure out, at this point, this seems like a scam. I'm not going to play this bill. Just have someone call me. So I call another person who I thought may have the answer, and they eventually got me in touch with the right person. And long story short, it was a complete cluster, and all because all the person wanted to do was shove down my throat that you need to pay this bill. I'm like, hey, I have no problem paying a bill if it's legitimate. Just tell me why you're not even trying to understand or listen to me or hear me, because all you care about is payment, 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 payment. And I want to know why it took you 2 years to reach out to me about something that I don't even know if it's legitimate. And at no point, and I just said, hey, I just need you to understand, like, isn't your whole thing is to bill someone in a timely manner? Isn't that what it's about? And then from there, my duty is to pay you. And I'm just trying to figure that out, because at this point, I don't know if it's legitimate. And her first thing out of her mouth right then was, well, we can I can understand why you feel that way. And yeah, we'll set up payments for you. We can take it over the phone. I go, whoa. So at no point during the entire conversation was it ever about ever understanding or helping the client or helping what was going on. It was all about, I have a message and I'm going to shove it down your throat. So are we doing that to our customers and our clients to say, I could care a shit about what you have to say. I'm just going to shove it down your throat until you say yes, until you pay me, until you do this, until you get in here. Because eventually that light is just going to completely shut off, because I could care less. Because at no point was it ever a point to understand what I was trying to say or to even understand the situation. I heard every excuse on it was COVID, it was this, we've been shut. I go, it did not matter. All she wanted was, how are you going to pay me? What? Seriously? So once again, are we seeking to understand the customer, or to then have the customer understand, be understood? Just really, really key. So key. So with that, bottom line, at the end of the day, are we listening to our customers, number one? And are we listening with the intent to not quickly respond? Because so many times it's like, oh, we're listening and we're already thinking of our next response. Hear the customer. Hear your spouse. Hear your friends. Don't automatically think of the next response. Let it sit, then respond. Are we seeking to understand them? Understand so that that they can be understood? And then are we doing what we say we can do? Because all these little things then add up to bigger things, which then means we can over deliver, and we're not under promising, under delivering, and not underwhelming our whatever it may be, insert whatever here. And then the big one also is that, are we communicating in a way that's preferred to them? Well, I like text, but they told me they want to call. What? So I'm going to call them. No. Well, the CRM told me to do this. No. Do it what's best for the consumer, not what's best for you. Don't do that. Even if it's a manager to an employee, what works best for them? Always be thinking of the other person. I'm telling you, it just, all these little things add up to big things. Because once again, you've been underwhelmed or you've betrayed that trust, which all leads up to these things, it is so hard to unwind that clock and try to get back to square one and regain that trust. So yes, a little bit of a rant today, but all in all, like I said, these are just all these little things. They're building blocks that go to a bigger, much bigger picture, and is also why we have such incredible human beings in this industry, and why this industry is so incredible, so incredible. And then circling back to deep fakes, like, I'll tell you what, I was not underwhelmed with that. That is freaking phenomenal. Like, that way blew my expectations, what I thought it was. And again, what I thought it was versus what it really is. So with that, everyone, have an incredible weekend. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on Monday. Next week, the next couple of weeks, man, we got some killer, awesome guests lined up. So I cannot wait for y'all to hear who they are. I'm super excited about it. And with that, everyone, have a wonderful weekend. And as always, everyone, make sure you do something today to serve someone. Make sure to find a way to go out and help your fellow neighbor, your fellow human beings. I don't care who it is. Find a way to serve today. And with that, everyone, we will see you all next week, and looking forward to it. Have a good one. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.